New legislation is being proposed that could slow down data center development in Baltimore County. Officials want to come up with a plan to deal with data centers.
And this comes as communities voice concern about data centers and the big impact that they bring. Fox 45's Jessica Babb live for us tonight with more. Jessica.
As we know, data centers use a lot of energy, and there's some real concern about the strain that data centers put on our grid. And as more and more of them become a reality, it could mean higher energy bills for you. And that's why some Baltimore County lawmakers and state lawmakers are stepping in with new legislation. As data centers start popping up in the region,
we want to make sure that we're being proactive.
Councilman Pat Young wants to make a push in Baltimore County to study their impacts.
This isn't about anti-growth. This is about being thoughtful about what we are bringing here, and that we're doing it in the right way. So as I said again, we're not making the same mistakes as other regions and other jurisdictions when it comes to data centers.
He's proposing a new bill which would temporarily prevent the county from issuing data center permits and would require the planning board to review how they'll affect the environment, infrastructure, communities, and resources like energy and water. The planning board would then issue recommendations to the council.
Maryland already has a significant crisis on hands when it comes to power and usage and where we're receiving our electricity from, and that anything adding to the burden and adding to the grid needs to be something that's discussed and also done intentfully and thoughtfully, so that we're not putting the burden on regular citizens and regular domestic users.
Especially with early talks of a data center in the Woodlawn area. So far, there's no official proposal for this potential project.
Basically, all we know is that it's going to be 42 acres and 150 megawatts, which is a fair amount of power.
And with more and more data center demand statewide.
Utility bills are already going through the roof. And, you know, if we build more data centers, that's just going to drive up the demand for electricity, which is going to drive up those utility bills.
Which is why state lawmakers are also taking action.
We need to make sure we have a plan for how to deal with them. We don't want to be like Virginia, where they're propagating everywhere. We want to make sure that if they are developed, they're developed in a planned, manageable way, you know, accounting for all of the issues. During
the special session at the end of last year, lawmakers voted to move forward with a bill to study data center impacts, overriding a veto from Governor Wes Moore. Now, Delegate Sheila Ruth says she plans to draft up data center legislation.
I am working on a bill that would be a data center planning and transparency bill.
One of many bills dealing with data centers that will likely be put up for debate this legislative session. Across the aisle, it's a hot topic for Republicans, too.
We do not want a data center coming here without a feasible plan on how they're going to provide energy to supply what they're going to need in order to operate properly.
And while officials recognize data centers can bring tax revenue and economic benefits, in the meantime, back in Baltimore County,
I will continue to be concerned about that until we have thoughtful regulations that have been proposed and put into place by this council or the new administration.
Now, there have also been community concerns raised about data center zoning in Baltimore County. Councilman Pat Young today says he would be open to having conversations and potentially making changes to those zoning requirements. And as on the state level, when it comes to that legislation that's being introduced, we'll continue following it this session. Live in Baltimore County, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.